Days Gone 2, why it's not happening. Hello, it's George from Australia, and welcome to my gaming channel, where I discuss everything video game related, from good old past pixels to the birth of 3D until now. Welcome to my humble smexy Australian gaming YouTube channel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be discussing Days Gone 2, or more specifically, why it's not happening, how did we get here, and why are Bend Studios, the developers behind that masterpiece, why they are working on a completely different IP altogether. They're bringing out a brand new game. Who knows what it's going to be, but it's not going to be Days Gone 2. Now, the journey of Days Gone has been fascinating, right? Firstly, I had my eye on Days Gone because Bend Studio are actually the people who made the Syphon Filter series. Now, I am a big fan of retro PlayStation 1 games, right? I have done PS1 reviews, PS2 reviews. I even have a playlist on my gaming channel here, Gaming It My Whole Life. I even have a playlist called Retro Game Reviews or something along those lines, filled with all those old games, Syphon Filter being one of them. Fun fact, you will soon be able to play Syphon Filter with the new PS Plus subscription. You know, it falls under the category of PS Plus Classics or PlayStation Classic games, something like that. Syphon Filter is part of that. Anyway, Bend Studios' history behind it. Days Gone looked very interesting. You know, you had all these zombies everywhere. The graphics looked quite nice. What the punchline was the fact that you had huge hordes of zombies chasing after you, right? That's what the early E3 trailers were all about. And also, brand new, sexy looking IP on the PS4. What was there not to be excited about? Well, the reviewers done us bad, right? You see, every time they showed more and more of Days Gone, it was one of those rare titles that after the initial E3 showing, every time they showed it, one, it looked even better. It didn't downgrade in quality as they implemented all the game mechanics. No, this game kept looking better and better and better. The hype was real. And then when the game came out, the reviews were lukewarm, to say the least. People said they didn't like the main character. They didn't like the side characters. They felt it boring. One review website, I think it was IGN, no shocker, they didn't like it because he was just another white guy, you know, because apparently that's a bad thing. The overall reviews weren't good, and it's very damaging to a brand new IP when the gameplay itself isn't saluted, isn't, you know, spoken up. Because when a brand new IP comes out, sure, it looks good. A lot of games look good, and so we rely, sadly, on reviewers because we can't afford to go out and buy every game we are a little bit interested in just in case the reviewers are wrong. And the game did launch with bugs. It did launch with glitches, you know. That was with the reviews, and that's fine. It is your responsibility, frankly, to let us know what state a game launches in. But they talked about the actual gameplay loop, the actual experience, the actual world, and the basic word on the street was, we don't get it. It's nothing special, it's nothing you haven't seen before, it didn't grab my attention. When you get reviews like that on a really old game development studio whose games you liked like 20 freaking years ago, and bugs aside, apparently the gameplay isn't good, and apparently the main character and characters in the game aren't really relatable or enjoyable, you're probably going to give that a shot. You're probably going to give that a miss, right? Sadly, that's what we all did. I was guilty of this. I can't afford to buy every single game I want, right? So I have to sadly rely on reviewers, read multiple reviews, watch multiple videos, and try to make my own assessment. Days Gone, I gave that a skip. Many people did, and this is where we full circle as to the reason why there won't be a Days Gone 2. See, when a game first launches, right, firstly, it's launching at full price, right? That's when the most excitement is. That's when the majority of sales typically happen with video games. And so the publishers, investors, all that sort of thing, they watch, they wait. And because Days Gone got really strange reviews, a lot of people skipped it. That way, a Days Gone 2 wasn't greenlit. And that's why Bend Studio is working on a completely different brand new IP, right? Later on though, which is very rare for a game historically, later on as time went by, as the game fell on sale and this and that, as a lot of people, myself included, bit the bullet at some point anyway, and we're like, you know what, no, I'm curious. I want to know how good this is or not, even if the reviewers don't like it. all of us went ahead, eventually got this game, and our minds were blown. We were like, hang on, did they even review the same game? The characters are awesome. I love Dean. I think he's awesome. The people he interacts with are very interesting. I love the gameplay loops. The graphics are fantastic. There's even a lot of areas which reminds me of The Last of Us 2. This cycle of trying to survive in the zombie world is done brilliantly. The motorbike mechanics, fantastic. I love the fact you use petrol, you can find yourself running out. I even found myself going up hills, turning off the engine, letting the bike roll down, right? So then I can maintain. And there was always a rush of running out of petrol, running through a horde of zombies, grabbing the petrol can, literally hiking it back. You know, the visuals were breathtaking, gorgeous. Absolutely love this game. And it's like, hang on, why in the world do the reviewers outside of the bugs hate the gameplay? Because the game turned out to be good. Anyway, you search online, you talk to fans, word on the street is everyone loves Days Gone. The problem though is it was too late, frankly, to greenlight a Days Gone 2. Yes, we much later on realized, oh shite, the reviewers were full of it. They didn't know what they were talking about. They didn't appreciate this wonderful exclusive that is also available on PC now, by the way. Now look, this doesn't mean that a Days Gone sequel will never happen. It doesn't mean that a Days Gone 2 will never happen, but it is absolutely not the next game coming from Bend Studio. They have confirmed they are working on another game, brand new IP. I'm not even saying it's going to be bad, but now we have to wait until that IP comes out, see how that goes. And then we'll see if Bend Studio is even going to return to the Days Gone IP or not, which is a darn shame. If you haven't played Days Gone and you were quite interested in it, but you let the reviewers get to your head, you were indecisive, take my word for it. If you liked what you saw, if you were curious enough, if you like zombies, if you like open world and this and that, try it. You're going to be pleasantly surprised at just how engaging and enjoyable it is. And frankly, the banter between Dean and other characters is some of the best banter I've actually seen in a video game. It is very rare that you watch a video game and see two characters interacting with each other. It's very rare it doesn't feel like a script. I'm not bagging game storytelling, but normally it feels like a script. You have your usual punchlines, this and that, people behave the way you expect them to. Whereas in Days Gone, there was genuine hilarity in the dialogue with the characters. We're like, that's actually really good. I found me and my wife, we found ourselves giggling and laughing quite a few times during cutscenes, which is a rare thing to experience with video games today. Before I let you go, let me share a funny story that I actually experienced while playing Days Gone. So I alluded to the fact that you have a motorbike in the game and you can upgrade it. You can upgrade its speed, its stamina, its durability, other effects. You can affect how it looks and so forth, which there was actually a syphon filter skin that you could have in the game, which I used for ages. Really good, right? Now, I didn't upgrade my bike, or at the very least I upgraded it wrong, right? There was something I obviously didn't get. And I know that because later on in the game, there was a mission, this isn't spoilers, don't worry. There was a mission where I had to chase another guy on a motorbike, right? I meant to chase him, I meant to ram him with my motorbike and take him down. No, I really freaking struggled with this mission. He was just always faster than me and I kept dying and redoing it. I spent a good hour with my wife, like, encouraging me to help me do it, right? Spent a good hour chasing this guy, and in the end, I only managed to complete the mission because after I bumped into him for the last time and he went up the hill, I just cracked the shits, right? I got off my motorbike, I took out my sniper rifle, and even though he was so far away and I didn't think I'd be able to hit him, he was so far away, and I managed to sniper him just in time, make the bike blow up, and like, wow. That was the only way I could manage to pull off this mission because I managed to do it with a sniper rifle because I couldn't keep up with him. Turned out I forgot to upgrade my freaking bike. So after that mission, I upgraded my bike. I upgraded the speed and all that. And lo and behold, all of a sudden, I would have been able to pretty easily keep up with this rider. So yeah, if you end up playing this awesome game, which again, strongly recommended if you're interested in the theme, don't forget to upgrade your freaking bike because you're going to reach a certain stage in the story where the developers, rightly so, probably figured that you bothered upgrading your bike. I obviously forgot to do that because I'm a nugget, so don't make the same mistake I did. Also, if you're new here, bottom right hand corner, you've never seen it before, I know you have no idea where I'm going with this, hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification, as I release multiple videos every single week covering whatever tickles my fancy. That is my selling point. So today I talked about the likelihood of Days Gone 2 and why it's going to be quite a while before it comes. I really want that sequel. Just the other day, I kid you not, I was talking about a Jurassic Park arcade game. The day before that, I was talking about the fact that Nintendo has acknowledged the next generation system finally after the Switch, and the fact that they have concerns with it. I know I did air quotes, but they actually did use that word. I cover whatever I want. I follow my passion, not the trends. If you like that in a YouTuber, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, become one of my fellow smexy gamers. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you all live on this big blue planet of ours. God bless you all. Take care. And I'll see you for the next video here, a game in my whole life. Alright, toodles.